entrance as we welcome our bridal party.
And now, we await the entrance of our beautiful bride and groom. We invite everyone to please stand as they enter. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Mr. and Mrs. Zira. Make some noise for Maroon and What a spectacular entrance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for bride and groom. Isn't Karen look gorgeous? Yes. Maroon, look at you one, listen. We invite everyone to have your seats. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome one and all as we share in this auspicious occasion with Maroon and Karen. It is going to be a spectacular night. Look at the decor, it is amazing. So we are here where two become one. Two families become one. And we are going to have an epic evening this evening. My name is Jerome Rustia, you may know me as Rome, and I'm going to be your master of ceremonies this evening. So to kick off this evening's proceedings, we would like to invite Auntie Annie to come and say a few words.
Hello everyone. So you guys will give me no time to what should I do, wing it? All right, I'll try a little something. So, a wonderful evening to you all. I welcome you with open arms. On this joyous occasion and celebration of the marriage ceremony and reception of Varun and Karen Surya, Mr. and Mrs. Surya. When you have kids, the most important thing in life is to see them happy. And I stand here and I look at this beautiful, gorgeous couple, and I see a burst of happiness flowing from the hearts and soul of everyone for them. Thank you immensely. Thank you for being here for them. My darling son Guru, from your birthday, 28th of May, 1993, to this day, you have made me a very, very proud mom. And I recall you clearly. A hair full of clothes bouncing around. Your little mouth full of demands. Your bright eyes showering. Your tiny feet pitter-patter following me everywhere I go. And so he followed me to the supermarket most times. It was deliciously rewarding. He would sit in the cart with a block of cheese in his hand, chatted away with everyone, pointing to me on the shelf everything he needed and wanted. He made friends with everyone. He indulged in conversation. But what he will never do is share a block of cheese. No, that was his cheese. He kept it for himself. I have so many stories of my son. So many beautiful stories. I will keep as priceless treasures to my heart. I love you. Varun, it is an honor and privilege to call you my son. Thank you for the person you are. You have grown into a wonderful, admirable, kind, loving person. You have excelled in your decisions you have made so far in this journey. And I know you will continue with your beautiful bride at your side. And my, oh my, what a beautiful bride she is. My dearest daughter-in-law, Karen Surya. In my heart, you are the daughter I have always wanted. And I got you. Yes, I got you. I have known her for the past 7 years. And I have watched her blossom. From a shy teenager into a brilliant, successful, gorgeous young lady. I welcome you wholeheartedly into this family as my daughter, with as much love I have for my sons. I wish you, my children, an eternity of happiness. You both are amazing. You create beautiful magic together. Yes, you do. I thank you immensely for being a part and parcel in this journey for me. You mean the world to me. I love you both very much. May God bless you endlessly with all your wishes. And to you, my friends, family, guests, and everyone who is here to celebrate this marriage celebration of Karen and Varun, I thank you. And I can't wait to see you on the floor. We're going to party like a rock star. Thank you, everyone. Having all the time.
Thank you very much, Auntie Annie. And usually in Trinidad and Tobago, we know the mother-in-law as being very spicy to the point where we name a pepper sauce after them. But not this mother-in-law. This is one of the sweetest mother-in-laws I have ever come across in my life, in all the weddings that I have done, because she is like a mother to Karen. And the bond that they share is one which is really, really, really unique. Anyone that knows them closely will know that That's like Karen's mommy. So thank you very much, and let's give it up for Auntie Annie once more.
And now we're gonna hear from Karen's aunt, Auntie Sharon Gadari.
So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Auntie Sharon to the microphone.
Good evening, invited guests, and special good evening to the newest couple, Mr. and Mrs. Varun Siriram. My name is Sharon. I am one of Karen's aunties, one of her younger of the 7 sisters, or better known as her Mausi. I am here to bring greetings from her sisters, some of whom regrettably could not be here, for their families and also on behalf of my own family. I'm sure somewhere I will be expected to give some advice to the new couple. But first, a little bit about our Karen. Karen was born a few days shy of my sister's own birthday. And that was not the only obvious similarity. Karen bears her mom's beauty, her lively spirit, and her entrepreneurial skills. Growing up in Tacarigua, it was mostly during the August vacation that the cousins would get together for their much anticipated mischief at their grandmother's home. Leanna's laughing. Or at the home of any of the aunties. Karen was always the happy one. She was a giggly one and generally very sweet. Karen hasn't changed. Those who know her will agree with me. I have seen her roll with laughter. I have seen her cry painful tears, joyous tears. I have seen her hurt. I have seen her angry. I am so proud to say I have never seen her disrespectful, no matter what the challenge presented itself. Karen is very much in control of her emotions, and that, in my humble opinion, takes a very strong person. Having lost her mom at a very vulnerable age of 30, Karen did not lose sight of her life goals and ambitions. A known fact is that Karen loves the ocean. So much so that she had achieved her degree in geography and marine biology. I remember clearly hers and her brother's obsession with whales and dolphins, and Karen's obsession with killer whales. Varun, I am hoping your only similarity to killer whale is that she's having a whale of a time with you. Behind the jovial Karen is a strong, decisive, upright, beautiful young lady. Qualities that my sister also possessed as a hairdresser. From her also came the talented Roger Bali of the now famous Bali's Barbershop in Tacarigua. Roger, I won't charge you for that free advertisement. Karen let nothing prevent her from choosing a life partner and falling in love. Another great quality she inherited from her mom, open-mindedness. I am sure I may get a little bit emotional, but I'm sure if Carmelin were physically here, she would be standing here telling you how proud she is of her daughter. Rest assured, she is here in spirit. So now for some advice that us aunties like to give. Up front, I would like to apologize to any marriage experts in the audience. However, I'm speaking from a position of experience, which, as you know, is the best teacher. Now, the experts say, don't go to bed angry. That's sound and intelligent advice and should be adhered to as much as possible. However, how many of us really heed that advice when anger strikes? I think I can safely say that at some point, the majority of wives and husbands here have stormed out of the matrimonial room, pillow in hand, and headed for the next room or the couch. Maybe some guys are still sleeping on the couch, who knows? Where did that advice go? My point is, the fights will come. Varun, you did not only marry Karen, you married her family. Karen, you did not only marry Varun, you married his family. And as Panditji always says, family is not only husband and wife and children, it is mother, father, brother, and sisters. Here is where I would like to put my spin on this wonderful piece of advice. I say, go to sleep in the next room if you could not resolve it before bedtime. Cry it out. Rehash the whole thing. You will decide in the morning, I will give him or her a piece of my mind. Go through your emotions, then stop. Rewind. Go through the issues. What could I have done differently? Was it my tone, my words, my reactions? Did I overreact? Should I apologize? Fast forward to the next morning. Talk it over calmly. Take the necessary steps to fix the issue. A new day always brings a new perspective. And they say tears brings clarity. Listen to your partner. Communicate. Communication is not only talking, it is listening and heeding what is being said. Understand and respect each other's point of view. Support and encourage. Don't nag. One of the most destructive things in any relationship is to have one party constantly put down the other. Please refrain from ever doing that. So as I close with my own, maybe not so wise input, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the newest married couple in Trinidad, Mr. and Mrs. Varun Siriram. Life is a journey. Enjoy the ride. We love you and wish you God's choicest blessing. Let's raise a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Varun Siriram. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Auntie Sharon. And now we're going to hear from our maid of honor. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Shivani Singh.
A pleasant good afternoon to all specially invited guests, but more importantly, Mrs. and Mr. Siriram. Could we please have a round of applause? Thank you. My speech is not going to be too long, but I hope it means something to Karen and Varun. Finally, the day has arrived where I see my best friend marry the man of her dreams, and I am humbled to be a part of this spectacular Wedding of the Year event. Don't you all agree? Form 4. We start here. It was a bright and sunny day when we were placed in our classes there in IT, and my soon-to-be best friend was talking to someone, and I leaned over and asked her if she was Karen because we had a mutual friend, and she replied, and the rest is history. I take this moment, however, to honor Karen's mother, Carolyn, whom I never got the opportunity to physically meet, but that afternoon, Karen went home and told her mom that she made a friend in IT. And her mother's response was that we were actually going to become best friends. Hashtag facts. It's been 12 years. Karen has grown into a beautiful lady. She's loyal, hardworking, considerate, and compassionate, and most importantly, determined to finish whatever she has started. Look at how amazing the space has metamorphosized into a haven. She and I have two totally different personalities, but we complement each other for those who personally know us. Her independence amazes me. I believe that as the maid of honor, I had the lightest work because she knew exactly what she wanted here. Karen knows what she wants and exactly how she wants it. Is not that right, Varun? Varun? I did, however, take great pleasure to execute a bachelorette's party with the help of Melissa, Ari, Usha, and Unella, which was a great success. Girls, can I get an amen? Raquel, are you in the crowd? Dear Varun, you have a gem, an angel, and I know Karen will do anything for you, and all I ask is for you to continue being that wonderful, caring, and thoughtful person you have consistently proven to be. We do not want Priscilla to come out here. Okay? Priscilla is Karen's alter ego. I was waiting on inspiration to come, as writers would say, but this is really because of my heart is overwhelmed today, and I am thankful for my best friend who has stuck with me through every period of my life. And she's the best person in the world, and know that I will love you forever and ever. And even if we are old and senile, I still want to be in the same home with you. So now I take this moment to raise my glass at Karen and Varun, to wealth, to health, to success, huskies, babies, but more importantly, happiness wherever you are and wherever you go. To Varun and Karen. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Shivani. And we are surprised that the Huskies are not here with us. They're here. Oh, okay. They're on the cake. Oh, Lord, Karen. Well, we prefer to have Karen and Priscilla. Clearly, you want to see her come out tonight. So now we're going to hear from Varun's best man. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ren Horry. And he came in with the most vibes in his entrance.
Hi everyone. My name is Ren. I'm from Japan, but today I came all the way from the Netherlands. Me, along with the gentleman sitting on that table, has known Varun since we studied together in London, which was 4 or 5 years ago. And we spent 2 or 3 years, shared some moment together, and even though we all departed now, we stayed in touch, and now we're fortunate enough to represent his groomsman at his wedding. And as for why I was chosen as the best man, it's pretty clear if you look at all of us, so no question asked. But yeah, we know Varun since when he was in Europe, and let me just say, when this couple was first planning their wedding, they actually had London as one of their options. And I was secretly hoping they would do it in London because I lived in the Netherlands and the flight is very cheap for me. So today I'm here against my will. But no, all in honesty, I'm just joking because I've been to Trinidad for the first time. It is an amazing place. A great city, great beach, and most of all, the people here are amazing. They all carry good vibes. And when I see everyone here, I can understand why the couple decided to host it here. For all the families and friends who came to celebrate today. And yeah, we know our groom since he was in UK, and he was a very intelligent man, and very humble, and sometimes cheeky, most of the time lazy, and he loved video games, Starbucks, and KFC. But that sounds like an average guy from here. But that wasn't just the same as Varun. There was one thing that we always looked highly of him for. Every day we were in the university building together. We were working on some assignment, and we spent like 3-4 hours doing some lab work. When we finished, we all spent our own individual times. But what Varun always did back then, he would open up his laptop, and he would set up his Skype, and always start chatting with no one other than his back then girlfriend, Karen. This late night Skype session, it really made us respect him. for how much effort he was putting through for his love. And it warmed our heart, knowing that he really cared for her, despite the long distance. We only started to know him back then, just a little, because we just met each other, but we could tell that the small time that he could spend with her was so precious to him. And of course, it wasn't an easy path that they went through, because being in a long distance with a considerable time difference, that's hard for anyone. And that was the same for Varun and Karen. Because I remember this one time, we were just drinking at the university club. I think we were 19. And it was just me, Varun, and one of the guys over there, but they're not relevant to the story, so I'm not And normally we would chat some random guy stuff, and we'll keep chugging the beer, but that day, I still remember that day, he had a really serious face, and he started to talk about something that was worrying him. Sorry. And he opened up, and I asked him, "What's up? What do you got to tell me?" And he opened up about how he was having a difficult time because he was having a little difficulty spending time with Karen over the Skype. Now, that was because Karen had a new schedule at her work, and you guys know with a big time difference, it's going to make it a lot more difficult if you have to do something here. And for Varun, having to study there, that was his purpose, so it was important. But as I said, spending time with Karen over this just small time over the Skype was also important to him. So I actually really wish you guys could see his face, because I know he's like a big poker face guy, but that time he had a really serious face, worrisome, and I could tell this was something that gravely mattered to him. And he asked us what he should do, because it was really worrying him. And I'll be honest, I don't actually remember what I told him. But considering his academic success and where he's sitting right now in this wedding, I'm sure he's embraced and overcame the challenge. Or I gave him a really damn good advice. I just heard that. Varun, Karen, we're proud of you guys for your attitude during the hardship you went through. And me personally, I'm proud that I got to witness you guys so close as a friend. And I think that's what you proposed. Yeah, okay, I don't have a class, but can you guys all raise your glass for me? Well, oh, I'm getting glass, nice. Just running it. Varun, I'm very honored to give you a blessing as the best man. And Varun, Karen, we're all excited to be here with you guys. And if there's one thing that excites us even more, is that you guys are starting a new journey together as a married couple. To Varun and Karen.
Thank you very much, Ren. Truly, his best man.
And from his speech, you can hear that Varun actually puts a lot of work into the relationship. And I want everyone to give him a round of applause for both Varun and Karen for going through that. Because I had a girlfriend up in Maraval and that was pressure. So you did it from London to Trinidad. Congratulations. So now we're going to hear from the man of the moment himself. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise as well.
Alright, good evening everyone. My name is Varun Sriram, for those who don't know. And on behalf of my wife and I, we would all like to welcome you to our special day. Thank you all for coming out and celebrating with us. First, I'd like to begin with thanking my mom. That was an amazing speech. It hit me right here. Auntie Sharon, sweet as always. Ren, Come on, you're the star of today, not me. Right? And Shivani? Genuinely, you are the sweetest person when it comes to character. And of everyone who can change your mood like that, yeah, and me, obviously, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, but it's you. Now, before coming here, people ask me if I'm nervous. And being a little nervous is natural, right? That's what we got this for. But putting that aside, I can genuinely say this is the first time in maybe about 6 months I am calm. Why, you may ask? Because as of today, I have the most beautiful, intelligent woman I could have ever asked for. And nothing calms the mind more than a secure future. So how did we meet? In 2009 in Caribbean Studies, I sat right next to that guy there, Kevin Febek, yeah? And I looked at him, I remember saying, what do you think of that dude? You know? To be honest, I can't remember what he said, but that didn't matter to the story, right? And well, that was the end of that, for 2 years, I think. Until one day, I decided, I wonder what she's up to, right? I'm in Upper 6, she's in UB. I looked her up on Facebook and I saw she was single, so I added her, obviously. And we just started chatting a bit, you know, casual kind of thing. Working moves and whatnot. But we met up off and on, chatting. Fast forward until 2012, we got together after a fete in Jamboree. But to be fair, this is after a long time of chatting and talking, going out and everything. The issue was that I was leaving, right? I won a scholarship and I had to go to London. That's where I met these fine gentlemen. And I mean, it wasn't difficult. I mean, come on, look at her, right? But it was still a long distance relationship for 4 years. But I can say, after 4 years of being married to my laptop, Skyping constantly, obviously Ren mentioned it, but he did underplay it. It was constant. I would go to bed on Skype, wake up on Skype. And I did all of that because I knew what she meant to me. And I wasn't going to let 4,000 miles be the inhibiting factor. So today, we stand, well, I was assuming she was going to stand next to me when I wrote this, but we stand together as Mr. and Mrs. Seagram, not the only one, but the one of tonight. Now, following, I'd like to thank a couple of people who today wouldn't be the way it is without them. Firstly, our parents, thank you very much for supporting us, whether it be financially, emotionally, everything you did for us. Today is also your day. The bridesmaids, I heard particularly Shivani and Melissa, you guys planned an epic, and I'll just end that epic bachelorette party. I've only seen Instagram stories, but trust me when I say, damn. The groomsmen, lads, that bachelorette party, that bachelor party that you all planned for me, while knowing nothing about Trinidad, that was legendary. You guys had the soca music, all whining. 10 minutes after I explained what whining was, you all were liming while I explained what liming was, obviously. And to that I say thank you. And lastly, to two women today. who without it would not be the same. Trust me. And those two women are my wife and my mom. The two of you are my dream team. Legally now, you are related, but this relationship has started since 7 years ago. The love between the two of you is what made today special. I think everyone here, we should give a toast to the two of them and thank them for today. To the vendors, thank you all. We couldn't have asked for a better team. And everyone here tonight, thank you for coming out. I don't want to see anyone sitting down looking stush in the chairs. Because we have good food, we have good music, we have good drinks, and I want to hear some laughter. So, now, as I close, I ask you all to stand and raise your glasses and cheers to my wife and the love of my life, Karen.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wait for the groom, Varun.
Now, Varun and Karen, I am not married, so I'm not want to give too much marriage advice. But I would like to ask all the gentlemen here this evening who came here with a lady, it may be your wife or your girlfriend. Just put your hand on her hand, on top of her hand. All gentlemen, put your hand on top of the lady's hand, including you, Varun. Alright, good. And turn to your lady and say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Right, good. You have no clue why you said that, right? And that's what marriage is about. Gentlemen, Varun, you're going to be saving a lot, and you have no clue why you're going to be saying it. But at the end of the day, a happy wife is a happy wife. You have two choices. You can either be right or you can be happy. Never the two. So ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to raise your glasses one more time. Let's give them 3 cheers. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Searam. Let's give them a round of applause. And now we are going to have dinner. And dinner is actually going to be served. So you would see you have some tiny picture frames on your tables. Let me get one. Right, so the picture frames, look in front of you, you would see a picture frame like this. It should have your name on it. So these tables will be passing around. So just put the picture frames where they can see it, because this is how they're going to be serving you. Right, it will be based on you, I think you're pre-selected your meals. Right, so they're going to be looking for the picture frames with your name on it, and they're going to be serving you guys. And you will be serenaded by one of the greatest vocalists in Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ansel Valley. Let's make some noise, Ansel. So enjoy your dinner, and when we come back, we're going to turn this party up.